Imagine uncovering a dinosaur that's so remarkably intact, it still has its skin, spikes, and even hooves clinging to its ancient bones. That's the mind-blowing truth behind these mummies unearthed in Wyoming. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. These aren't your typical fossilized remains. Instead, they're delicate clay molds shaped by microbes during decomposition, offering a fresh glimpse into prehistoric life that challenges everything we thought we knew about dinosaur preservation. Back in the early 1900s, explorers in eastern Wyoming stumbled upon the skeletons of duck-billed dinosaurs, specifically Edmontosaurus annectens, famous for their elongated skulls that mimic a duck's bill. These fossils, discovered over a century ago, have long captivated scientists. Now, thanks to a thorough re-examination by paleontologists from the University of Chicago, we've learned they're far more than just bones. Published in the journal Science, their study reveals that these specimens are encased in thin layers of clay that have preserved fleshy body parts in astonishing detail. And this is the part most people miss. The fleshy elements aren't actual fossilized tissue, but rather intricate clay impressions created by microbes as the dinosaurs decayed. Picture it like a natural mold. Biofilms help form these uniform clay layers, bound by sandstone, acting as a surface template over the rotting carcass. This differs drastically from the usual soft tissue preservation, which happens in oxygen-deprived, fine-grained settings such as lagoons or deep seabeds, where delicate features like feathers and skin can truly fossilize. In contrast, these Wyoming finds were initially thought to be from coarse, oxygen-rich river deposits, leading early scientists to mistakenly identify them as direct fossilized skin and body parts. But deeper analysis, including comparisons with two additional mummified E. annectens specimens, one a late juvenile and another an adult, has flipped the script. What makes this discovery pop out even more? The late juvenile E. annectens stands as the first subadult dinosaur mummy ever found, and crucially, the first large-bodied dinosaur with a fully preserved fleshy outline, complete with a neck and trunk crest. Meanwhile, the adult specimen is groundbreaking as the first hadrosaurid to retain its entire row of tail spikes. Plus, it's the earliest known tetrapod, that's a four-limbed animal, sporting hooves, making it the first reptile with hooved feet. These details reveal E. annectens had a much more intricate hide than previous restorations suggested, with a midline crest and tail spikes adding layers of complexity. Interestingly, the species shares functional and morphological traits with some modern squamates, the vast group of reptiles, including lizards and snakes. To clarify for newcomers, squamates are characterized by their scaly skin and often agile bodies. And drawing parallels to them might help us visualize how these dinosaurs moved and adapted in their world, perhaps gliding through prehistoric landscapes with a reptilian grace we can barely imagine. But here's where it gets controversial. If these mummies are clay molds rather than true preserved flesh, does that diminish their scientific value? Or does it open up new debates about how we define preservation in paleontology? Some might argue that clay impressions are just as revolutionary, painting a vivid picture of dinosaur anatomy without the rarity of genuine soft tissue fossils. Others could counter that we're overhyping molds at the expense of understanding real biological remnants. What do you think? Are these findings a game changer for our view of dinosaurs, or just an intriguing but speculative twist? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have your own take on this prehistoric puzzle.